Some, probably many philosophers and professors generally, are really upset about things like what's happening at Portland State with a philosopher, Cud, Dr. Cud, in charge. I'm not sure when or why or how people got the idea that faculty led departments and faculty choosing all kinds of things like who to hire, what to teach. I'm not sure where people got the idea that is the center of the university. It is obviously these students, and you have to look out for their interests. Um, a lot of professors who hired, I've seen hiring committees, don't know HR. They don't know what's legal, what's illegal. I've seen discrimination, outright discrimination. Like, oh, we can't hire this guy just because, we don't think he's got the grit to make it the grit, right? What they were saying was he has bipolar disorder. Um, there's also a thing that I've talked that some lawyers have conceived of. It's not, I don't think, anywhere in law yet, but something called educational malpractice. And if that ever becomes law, they're saving your ass by for not getting punished for educational malpractice, twisting minds, talking about dumbass shit that's not relevant, and not giving a quality education. Now, I believe that universities are accountable to two entities: the students and the general taxpayers. um, as I've stated the other day, almost all universities get taxpayer money in some way. Okay. And so, even preppy private schools like Stetson University, where I went, yeah, they're accountable to taxpayers. Okay. So, those are the two people you need to serve. And you think you're like, you're just in, you just think you should do it all because you have a PhD in a narrow field of study, and you don't have a broad view of education. Nobody taught you how to teach. No one taught you teaching methodology. Some of you outright reject, what did you call it? Um, Pedagogy Nazis or something. Okay, well, there's theories of learning and we have science behind it. And some of you just make up your own, they actually make up, guys, their own teaching methodology, like my teaching statement, or and stuff like that. I mean, with nothing, they just make it up, sit in their office and think about it. Anyway, I'm with Dr. Cud, on this issue, and everyone else who is with her. Yeah, all right. So it's not a bad thing to be able to work, to get a job and work, or to have relevant, current, modern ideas in your classroom. You know, it's not terrible to do that. I don't know where you guys get the idea that it is. Um, that doesn't mean don't do philosophy, but a lot of you really aren't, and I've made the case for that too. So anyway, I'm sorry that you've got to get tenure and have no responsibility to anyone. Entire freedom to reign as tyrants over departments and students, but that's not the way we conceived of education in the United States. We conceived of it, John Dewey, mostly to be an educated citizenry, to be able to work, to feed yourself, and to support a family, and to be, make up new ideas. And you know what? We have so many of them in the United States. And people like Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard, okay? So, anyway, I think that's all I'm going to say about that. Everybody, have a good night. Hope you had a good day. Bye.